It has everything. It has well-crafted action scenes. It has very delightful visual effect, and the underlining story was epic. And everything comes together and make a masterpiece. Of course, I'm talking about the Lord of the Ring, the original trilogy. It has everything. It has great actors. It has substance. And if you ask me what this Rings of Power or Powers of Ring, well, nobody gives 2 cents about it. What it has, I think it has spent too much money on the sets and the actors. But nevertheless, the underlying story of what J.R. Tolkien has written is epic. I did read a couple of YouTube synopses, and it's my mind blown. And without a further ado, let's watch Ryan's pitch meeting, or I must say Ryannatar, the sharer of the pitch, and he's a my king in the north, and he's without a doubt the lord of the holes. In the script, saved it, and let's see what his thought on it, and let me know your thought on it too. Without further ado, let's start.
So, you have a second season of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power for me? Yes, sir, I do.
Colon.
Fans love when we slap our colons onto their favorite franchises. Yeah, they do. The
Never put your colon in between what fans want.
cultural impact that the first season had is incalculable. Oh, really? Yeah, well, in the sense that we don't have any data of any impact, but it's still pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So tell me about the second season. What's going on with everybody? Oh, well, we're gonna start off with some Sauron backstory, right? Turns out he was betrayed and killed by Adar and some orcs, but then eventually he became the Venom symbiote, so he ended up being okay. What? Yeah, he tumbled around as
That's what the inspiration behind the Venom 3.
Venom for a little bit before landing on his final form of scraggly but handsome 5 o'clock Shadow Man. Pretty cool that he could customize his character like that, right? So anyway, then he got into a shipwreck and had a little meet cute with Galadriel in the middle of the ocean.
Middle of the ocean, she directly takes a jump from the ship and meet Sauron. Don't tell me that's what written in J.R. Tolkien's book.
So what's going on now that she knows that he's Sauron? Well, she thinks they should use the rings forged in the first season to fight him, and the High King agrees. Kings that get high are tight. That's not... Never mind. So Elrond...
He's right there.
He thinks not that, so he takes the rings and jumps off a big old waterfall. Is he okay? Obviously, yes. So he goes to see this old wise elf to help him,
They
and
can
the elf is like,
survive
"No, we
anything
should
of
totally use
ring."
these rings." So what did that accomplish? We filled up some screen time, and we're closer to our content targets on Amazon Prime Video. Oh wow! Yeah, super exciting stuff. So then Galadriel gets a ring. How? It rolls to her feet, and so she's like, "Well, that's mine now." That works. And what about the other characters like Tall Wizard, who is definitely not Gandalf? Oh, well, we're gonna find out at the end of this season that he is Gandalf. What? Yeah, and that's gonna allow us to spend this entire season doing what every good prequel does. Revealing how he got his name and accessories. Exactly. So he figures he needs a staff.
Well, that's what Hollywood's trope is. Like, they want to show you how did they get their accessories.
And he's going to help those non-hobbit hobbits, and he's going to get one. Amazing.
Non-hobbit
One of those
hobbits.
non-hobbit hobbits is going to kiss a boy on the mouth. Ew. Why?
Oh.
I don't know, but that's in here. Oh, okay. And
That's
eventually
in
these
here.
other little folks that he helps out are going to be like, well, thanks a lot, Grandalf. And he's going to be like, Grandalf, my name's going to be Gandalf, isn't it? Oh, it comes from mispronouncing an incorrect statement. That's kind of neat.
No, his name is Dumbledore. I wonder J.K. Rowling took inspiration from J.R. Tolkien, or they both take inspiration from that wizard Merlin from King Arthur.
That's right, sir. Tom Bombadil confirms it. Tom Bombadil? Yeah, he's in this, and he's like, hey, I'm your quest guide or something. I don't know. And how does Gandalf get the staff exactly? He freaking finds it, but Tom Bombadil explains it's like in the books, you know, it's like a wand chooses the wizard type of thing. Well, that's from Harry Potter, I think. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. Well, we'll do it anyway. So what's going on with the other characters? What's going on with Isildur? Well, he's found by a horse and escapes some spiders and falls in love with a girl who's gonna leave him, but then isn't, and then he leaves her. Hey, listen, that sounds like things that are definitely gonna happen. They are. And what about Elrondir? Oh, well, I didn't really know what to do with him this season, so he's gonna pop out once in a while to help out in ways that involve him doing lots of flips. Very cool. But at a certain point, he's gonna get fatally stabbed on the battlefield. Oh no, it's gonna be tough to survive a fatal stab wound. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, the next time we see him, he's totally fine, and we never mention what happened or mention it at all again. So how'd he survive? By being totally fine the next time we see him.
Didn't they save him using the rings? Or did they save Galadriel with the rings? I don't even remember the series, how it ends, because, and even if I just watched it, I don't even remember it. And that tells you how impactful the series is.
I guess that makes sense. Maybe. I don't know. And what about blind Queen Lady in Numenor? She got blinded by a volcano in the last season. Oh, well, she loses control of Numenor after a big bird decides that a guy with drastic eyebrows should be in charge. What? But then she regains power after a giant sea worm decides that she should be in charge. Is their political system just based on whatever giant animal they come across? Mostly yes, but then she gets accused of colluding with Sauron, so she's out again. Dang, well, I hope she comes across you know, a giant chipmunk or something. Yeah, that might help. And then there's also stuff going on with those dwarves. What's going on with those little dudes? Well, the king gets a ring, and that drives him mad with greed and power. Uh-oh, power.
And he became Smeagol.
Short king. So he starts digging like crazy and accidentally comes across the Balrog. So what does he do? He Leroy...
So the dwarves received the 8 or 9 rings that made for dwarves, right? Or the... Yeah, something like that.
Jenkins is and sacrifices himself, so his son and all the other dwarves go up and have a nice little funeral. Are they not concerned about the giant fire monster they found in the basement? Seemingly not. And what is Sauron?
Because they know that Dumbledore is going to save, like, he's going to kill that giant monster in future movies. So it was already written, right?
Sauron up to now that he's been found out? Well, he heads back to see that elf Celebrimbor to make more rings. Did nobody tell that guy about the situation? No, they tried once and then didn't follow up on it. Oh, well, they tried. So now Sauron pretends to be the Lord of the Gifts, which means he's got a totally different hairstyle.
And Ryan is Lord of the Pitch.
Oh, sick! New skin, but he's got another trick up his sleeve. Oh, yeah? Yeah, see, he convinces Adar and the orcs to attack the city. How come? Because then he can tell Celebrimbor, I'll stop them from attacking the city only if you finish making these rings. Oh, did he stop making the rings? Yeah, well, he stopped because the frickin' city was under attack. So he would have just kept going if Sauron hadn't planned that attack? Well...
I didn't thought about that. I thought he asked orcs to attack the elf, like Celebrimbor's castle, because he wanted to make Galadriel fight over like all the. But I don't know. Like Sauron is like obviously a godlike being, so we don't know what was his actual plan.
Well. Well, well, listen, I do want to see some orc warfare. Well, good. That's they would get there that way with this. Very cool. Yeah, they're gonna do some freaking cool stuff like destroy a mountainside so it crumbles down and dams a river, which means they can walk right across. Hey, listen, I don't think that's how rivers or mountains work, but it's like I told my friend before he fell into a hole to his death. Oh, well. Then there's also gonna be a big fight scene between Sauron and Galadriel because they're in love, I guess? I don't care. And how does that go? Well, she's gonna get seriously stabbed and throw herself off a cliff to get out of there. Well, she can't die. She's in the Lord of the Rings movies. That's right, yeah. And so that's why, no, she doesn't. She's all right. Well, great. And you know, in fact, anyone that we know from the Lord of the Rings movies that's in this show will not be dying in this show. So that's, yeah, I guess that'll be exciting to watch, even though we know they're not in any danger. Right, because it's like, well, what if they have a bad day? They wouldn't like that. Yeah, that would suck for them, probably. Probably. So then all the main elf characters pose dramatically, and we're done. Well, it sounds like a second season. Another one, number 2. Yeah, I mean, let's hope people like it so we can keep making more. Well, that doesn't really matter. We spent well over $1 billion on this. We're in this now. What?
They have no other choice now. They already planned 5 seasons and they spend already $1 billion. Are they spending $1 billion each season or combined of the 5 seasons? Well, they are officially running out of the ideas and they are just trying to grab latch whatever they find which is was epic and what resonate with the people. And Ryan, without a doubt, is a sharer of the pitch. He's the Ryan Natar. Did I get that in the first intro? If not, I'm going. I don't have any way. I don't have any superiority or a craft to edit that out, but that's fine. And I did like the season for a couple of weeks, and that entire Sauron and Celebrimbor's interaction was not at, like, it could have been better. And why did they actually attack the castle? Why orcs attacked the castle, and why did orcs betray the Adar? I have no idea. Even if I watched it, and I have watched it once, and I feel that's enough. I don't plan to watch it again. Like Lord of the Ring, I have might have watched it every movie around 3 to 4 times. Even though Hobbits as well, I have watched Hobbit. I think around 2 to 3 times each movie. And let me know your thought. Which one of this Lord of the Rings series is your favorite? And see you in the next one.